Hello and welcome into another episode of Bookmas. If you're new, hi, welcome in. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back. I appreciate you. I have a stack of books with me today, and you know what that means. It is time to yap. I'm also in my Grinch onesie, if you can tell. She cute. She cute. Right? Right? I like her at least. Anyways, we are going to be yapping today. I am talking about my top 10 books of 2025. We are mid December when I am filming this. So, with that being said, this is subject to change at the beginning of 2026 because none of my books from December, because I haven't finished a book yet in December, are part of this stack. And back in my reading slump era, I've also just been super busy. The whole entire family is sick in the house right now. And then Bookmas content has kept me super busy with editing and thumbnails and everything. So I've just been real busy. So I haven't done a lot of reading lately. We're going to kick that. I can feel it. We have set a new reading goal for 2026. We will get into that at my end of the year book tag. So stay tuned for that video later on. We are going to be talking about my top 10 books of 2025. I am terrified, but I hope y'all are ready. And they are in order. And this was one of the most difficult things I have ever had to do in my life. So I hope y'all are ready for it. Buckle up, get on in, and let's get right on into it. Okay, so I want you to know I had the hardest time deciding on 10 books that I do have an honorable mention because I ended up with 11 and I had the hardest time deciding. I was just like, I have to do an honorable mention. Like, if I don't, it just feels wrong, you know? We do have an honorable mention. So, and that is Krishia's Wrath by Emily Verga. This was just really, really good and phenomenal. And it just found me at the right time. And it just felt wrong not including it in this because I really did enjoy this and I love this book. I love this story. If you have watched any of my vlogs on this or me talk about this at all, you know it's giving Xena vibes for me. And I love that. This is Revenge Arc. This is about our FMC Diana, who was betrayed by her lover and several other people that she trusted in her life. And so she breaks out of prison with our other FMC, Noor, and decides that they are going to take revenge on everyone who has wronged them. It was so good. I gave this 5 stars. Like, and that's what's crazy is other books I didn't give 5 stars, but they made it to the top 10. But that's because like this is all filling, and when doing this list, it just all felt right. So I had to mention this because I really, really did love this one, but it just didn't make it on the top 10. Okay, starting out with number 10, we have People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. If you know this book, you know it. If you don't, we follow Poppy and Alex, who have been friends since college, and they have gone their separate ways. They live as adults now, but every single summer they make sure to do a vacation together since they've met in college, and this is so sweet. This is Friends to Lovers. This is the first ever Friends to Lovers book that I've ever read on top of Emily Henry as well, and I absolutely loved it. This was adorable and cute. I was giggling, kicking my feet. I love Alex and Poppy. This is going to become a movie as well, and I really, really hope that they do justice to this. Like, this has a special place in my heart. So, of course, it may be at the bottom, but it was very impactful for me, and I loved each and every page of this book, and I found myself constantly like wanting to pick it up, wondering what was going to happen. This is dual timeline as well, and I just love books like that. Like, I eat them up. Number 9, I do have Broken Bonds by Jay Bree. This was so good. It was slow burn, but like done so right because I am not a slow burn girly. I've said this over and over again. I hate slow burns. I really, really do. But this taught me that I can enjoy a slow burn if it's done right. The tension between all the characters in this was just unmatched. I just haven't read anything like this before. This is a Why Choose book, so if you're not into that, you're probably not gonna like it, so you shouldn't pick it up. But in this, we follow Ollie, and she is mated with, I think, 5 other guys, but she is hiding something and she just cannot mate with them, so she kind of rejects all of them. And so the tension in this is just like built up throughout the entire book, and you're wondering what's going to happen next, and it was so good. Number 8 and number 7, I had the hardest time deciding between, but ultimately for number 8, we went with The Deal by Elle Kennedy. This was actually a recommendation from Haley, and I picked it up just at the right time, and I loved it. I gave this 5 stars. I understand the Garrett Graham hype. I I really, really do. In this, we follow Hannah and Garrett gets a bad grade on something, and Hannah obviously gets an A. And he's like, tutor me. And she's just like, no, absolutely not. And he keeps bugging her until she does, but she likes this guy. And he's just like, yo, if you fake date me, that's going to get his attention. And then he starts catching feelings. She starts catching feelings. We know how fake dating goes, but it's more to it. There is a true plot to this that is just deep, emotional. And so I would check your trigger warnings because it's not going to be for everyone. But I thought this was beautiful and I had a great time with this. And I love a good hockey romance. So this was just perfect for me, which means number 7 is Say You Swear by Megan Brandy. This touched me. This was another Haley recommendation. Listen, Haley, you got some fire recommendations. I will give you that. That's why she's the book bestie. This is a football romance. This was my first ever. It's my one and only football romance as of right now. And this was so beautiful, so emotional, so overwhelming, but so like satisfying at the same time. It's one of those books where like you're gonna feel so many different emotions. It's gonna make you happy, sad, angry, happy again. Like it's a roller coaster of emotions in the best way. In this, we follow Ari, who is on like the summer before she goes to college with her brother and their friend group. And she decides that this summer is going to be different. She's going to make a move finally on her brother's best friend just to get rejected. Ouch. Yeah, it hurts, but it's okay because we get introduced to Noah Riley. And this is just, there's a quote in this that I remember so vividly, but like I can't tell you about it because it would ruin the entire book. But like if you know, you know the emotion that that quote hits super hard. If you haven't read this, you need to go pick it up. I cannot wait to continue this series. Number 6 is Wildfire by Hannah Grace. Hannah Grace just knows how to write book men. I don't know what else to say. This was just so good. And I know Icebreaker is more popular than Wildfire, but I really think I enjoyed Wildfire more than Icebreaker. I think I connected to Aurora more. So in this, we follow Aurora and Russ, who end up having a one night stand on their last day of college before they go on summer break, all to end up at the same summer camp together, working as camp counselors for the same age division in the same group. You get what I'm saying? And there's a rule that camps counselors cannot date, cannot fraternize with each other. So the forced proximity and forbidden like romance in this just does it over the top. I really just felt connected to the issues that they had in this book. If you know, you know. I love this book so much and I cannot wait to read more of Hannah Grace's stuff. She just dropped a Christmas romance. I just feel like her writing is for me and I just eat it up every single time. Okay, and number 5 is Got a Pain by Rena Kent. I ate this book up. I found myself devouring it. I left no crumbs. I did not want to put this down. I have to continue this series next year. I feel like I'm going to complete it next year. I'm going to try to make that like a thing next year to really grind series and complete them because we have a lot. In this, we follow Anika and Creighton, and they are not supposed to be together, but they end up together. Yes. Creighton is like this like silent, dark, mysterious guy. Anika is like this very bubbly, outgoing ballerina. It's so cute because she's like a mafia princess and she has in her head that she is gonna have to be married to in like the mafia. And Cray is just like, no, you will not. But like he's at the same time, he's like, stay away from me. I'm dangerous. But like there's this attraction between them and I just ate this up. It was so good. Number 4 is The Games Gods Play by Abigail Owen. Oh my goodness, was this an unexpected one that I ended up loving? I remember going into this after watching a reading vlog from Freya's and I loved this so much. This is Games and Trials set in Greek gods and each god has their own trial. So good. In this we follow Lyra, who's been cursed by Zeus and she is unlovable and she runs into Hades and Hades ends up nominating her for the Crucible, which is a Games of Trials that comes only once every 100 years. So good. And this gives you a strong female main character. You have this dark love interest as well. And then the best friend in this too. Like it gave me just some comfort and warmth and I just loved it so much. And the plot twist in this, I have book 2. I have book 2 waiting for me. We are entering our top 3 now. And let me tell you, this was one of the hardest decisions to make. Number 3 was Hung 57 by by Penelope Douglas. I've said this time and time again. This is one of those examples where it was like right book, right time for me. I love this. I know it's a hot take, but I just kept going back for more. I didn't want this story to end. I was constantly wanting to pick this book up when I was at work. I thought about this book. Like, it was just perfect. This is a bully trope and a pen pal trope at the same time. And pen pal tropes for me are just an auto buy book. I love them so much. So in this, we follow Misha and Ryan, and they have been pen pals for a very long time. Their teacher thought Misha was a girl and that Ryan was a guy, and turns out they weren't, and they still ended up as pen pals, and they have been friends through these letters all these years. And then one day, Misha finds out who Ryan is. That was like one of their rules. It was like no social media, no contact, no name. Like, we don't know who the other is really. All we know is the first name and that's it. Run into each other. He knows, but she doesn't know. And then he ends up at her school. And the story goes from there. I don't want to tell y'all too much, but I ate this up. I loved it. I recommend this to so many people. And have they read it? No. A lot of people get scared of the bully trope. I think this is a good like introduction for it. This is where it got hard. So book number 2 was, or is, Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. I get so emotional thinking about this book and thinking about these characters. I actually cried the other day talking about this series to a friend, and this is my family. These are my friends, and I am patiently waiting to be with them again. I need book 4 like injected in me like yesterday. If you have not read Fourth Wing, you need to. I've talk about that book nonstop in a lot of my other videos, and that's because it's worth the hype in my opinion. I absolutely love it. I ate it up. I will read it over and over again. I will recommend it over and over again. It's so good. It's a dragon riding training school. I wouldn't say enemies to lovers, like they should be enemies, but like you can tell like they're not like hating each other right off the rip. So it's more like a dislike to lovers in my opinion, but it's so good. It was so addictive. It's so fast paced. It keeps you entertaining. You are going to laugh. You are going to cry. You're going to feel so many things in the best way possible. And this is one of the best fantasy series that I've read personally. I'm there for the vibes and for the good time, and I love it. And lastly, the number 1 spot goes to Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. This book ripped my heart out and tore it to pieces in one of the best way possible. We follow Haymitch's story in this. So this is the 50th Hunger Games where they double the tributes. This just stabbed me through the heart over and over and over and over again. This was so emotional. It was a roller coaster. I felt so many things. I still do. This is another example of one of those books where I can't think about it without crying and like feeling the emotions. I watched the trailer for this the other day and I started crying on the way to work. Like, it was insane just because I know what to expect and I have high expectations for it, but like I just felt a connection with this. This is the series that got me into reading pretty much, the Hunger Games, and so this is another family of mine. Like, I love it. And so like learning backstories to all these characters, because we do get reintroduced to other characters as well, just hit me. It really did. Okay, and that is my top 10 books of 2025 so far. It is subject to change. We never know what we will have in January as the actual top 10, so we will see. But I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with me today, and happy Bookmas. And I will see y'all on the next one. Bye.